We need to split them up into 3 different pillars. So most important, help, second hub, third. Yo, what's cracking guys? Welcome to another video. I decided to try and do my own lockdown cleanup. Just look presentable for y'all because there is no barbers. Question that I get a lot of the time is, Gabe, how do I start a YouTube channel? I've got all the ideas in my head, but I don't know how to start one. So can you please enlighten me? So let's make a video. Finish your lunch, Elijah. So I watched a few of these videos myself just to see what other people have put out there, to see what other information people are putting out. I just feel like people are recycling other people's content. So I wanted to come with something a bit more fresh and funky, you know, but still useful. And a lot of them start like this.
You need to have a channel name.
Something quirky, and you need a banner.
Perfect profile picture.
Bro, like literally, no. What is the point of making a YouTube channel when you don't have any videos to put on it? Because there's this one video that I watched the other day where the guy it was about productivity and stuff. And the guy was basically talking about the fact that sometimes we end up doing things to make us seem like we've done something productive when in the grand scheme of things, we've actually done nothing. So there's a false sense of accomplishment there. Spinning, stop spinning, please, stop. All right, so first, just grab a pen and paper, grab a pen and paper, stop spinning, and then just start jotting down ideas. So similar to the video that I posted previously, which I'll link in the corner if you haven't seen it. Think of the stuff that you like, think of the stuff that you think will add value, and once you've got that together and you know what you think you want to post, then start making a list of like content ideas. So not necessarily the title, we'll come back to that, but content ideas of topics that you think, you know, people would search for, you're interested in, and you feel you can add value. I thought my computer screen was broken for a second, but it's just a reflection of the light. Anyway, yeah, almost 2 years ago, I met Cadet, rest in peace, a UK rapper. A lot of you might know him. I met him at the YouTube space. I was filming some content with one of my friends, and the advice that he gave was literally the best advice. He basically said, imagine you're at a shooting range, and you've got the person that's learned everything from the textbook of how to get the perfect shot. Then you've got the person next to him who is learning on the go from every shot that he's shooting. Which one's gonna hit the bullseye first, and which one's gonna get the most valuable lessons out of the failures out of the two of them. Thought that was very interesting. So with your content, especially when you're first starting out, and it's funny because I feel like I'm almost starting again, but with more knowledge. Because he said in that instance, he was doing all his music and stuff, and it was only when he did the spoken word, then all of a sudden it just took off. Then it allowed him to do everything else, but spoken word was his entry point. All right, so now that you've got your list of stuff that you want to talk about and the topics that you think are interesting and interesting to other people, we need to split them up into 3 different categories, 3 different pillars. I actually learned this one from YouTube themselves. I won a competition called Next Up. There's 3 different things that help a channel grow that they did within their research. You need to have your help content. So if I use myself as an example, when I did how to deadlift, that would be classed as help content. That is evergreen content that people are always searching for. And for some reason, it is now like one of my highest viewed videos on my channel. Secondly, this is like the content that makes you you, that kind of connects you more with the audience, of like people who want to know more about you, and that is your hub content. For a lot of people, this looks like vlogs, lifestyle stuff, travel stuff, like, you know, the stuff that isn't necessarily searchable, but the people that want to know more about you will probably watch it. And then the third, this is hero content. This is content that you feel has the potential to go viral. Potential is the key word. So you've got all your topics and you mixed it up into hero, hub, help. It's important that hero doesn't have to happen all the time. From my last video, that's my mistake that I've been making over the past, I'd say probably like 6 months or whatever, is hero doesn't have to be all the time. Hero is like occasionally. So most important, help, second hub, third hero. The next most important thing is once you've got these, maybe pick 3 videos that you know, okay, so this is gonna be my first one. It might be an introduction to your channel. This is gonna be the second one. This is gonna be the third one. You're not planning all of these yet. You just know that you've got at least a few that you want to make them. Like you just, now, Before planning the video itself, what is the title and what is the thumbnail? These two things are probably the most important things, because no one picks up a magazine and goes straight to, without looking at the cover, and goes straight to the middle and be like, oh, this is cool. No, the cover is what sells you to open it. Then depending on how good the content is, depends on whether you buy it. And hands up, title and thumbnail is my worst skill. Like, I'm just so bad at it, and I did it backwards for so long. I create the content and it's like, oh, this is a banging video, and then it's just some mediocre thumbnail and mediocre title. Well, no one's gonna click it to see how amazing the content is, are they? Okay, so I think I'm moving fast, but bear with me. There's a lot to go through, basically. I hope there's like a lot of gems already. If you've got some gems and you're like, bruv, this is the sickest video on how to start a YouTube channel ever, go ahead and hit the like button, because one, it helps me, and it helps the algorithm, and it just shows your appreciation. And you know, if you're not subscribed, you might as well do that. Smash the thing. Yeah.
This is really cool. I actually got given this when I went to a YouTube conference in New York. Mental, but yeah, pretty cool. Tells me subscriber count and stuff.
But the next point is equipment. Hence why I'm sitting here. Because if you see, I have GoPros there. I have a drone there, I have a gimbal there, another camera, and a range of lenses. And I always hate when other YouTubers have seen their videos and stuff, they're like, gear doesn't matter, man. And then they've got all of this. Gear obviously matters. The better you get at making videos, it's logical to upgrade your equipment. This is the first camera that I use for YouTube that Naisha bought me. Simple point and shoot. It's the Canon S. From that point, I felt I knew that I had the bug for making videos. So I upgraded it to one of those handy cam. You know, the one with the flip out screen and the handle like that. It was the big thing at the time. Then I decided to go for a Canon G7X. Do you get where I'm going with this? It didn't start with this. It started with just what was available. And if my phone was good enough at that time, I probably would have used it, but this was actually a present because Naisha knew how much I wanted to get into YouTube. And that's why she's the greatest wife in the world. Oh, but Gabe, I don't have good lighting. Oh, what's this? What? Oh, a window. Oh, that actually makes my face look absolutely amazing. It makes my lockdown beard trim look even more spectacular. Oh, but Gabe, I don't have a fancy iMac to edit my stuff on, and I don't use Premiere Pro. Oh, what's that? The MacBook that you bought for like £150 in uni. Oh, and then the next MacBook that you bought for like £400 on eBay because that one couldn't hack it. Oh, and then when that one died, a little upgrade to this one, which cost about £500. Oh, to only just get this one recently, along with the MacBook, after 7 years on the platform. What's going on, guys? It's Gabriel from the Fearless Fitness Academy. So what I'm getting at is that there's always a way to get started. And the main thing is just getting started. You know, it's not like you can find YouTube videos on how to get Final Cut Pro. There aren't. I wouldn't search it. Jokes aside, going from learning how to use iMovie, which is free software by the way, completely free, and is really good. But then if you want to take it up a level and you move to Final Cut Pro, the transition from those two pieces of software is like seamless. It's like using the same software with tips and tricks and plugins and whatnot. If you would like me to do a video on editing, I would like you to put in the comments Steven Spielberg. It's Spielberg, you idiot. But yeah, to round off this video, let's go back to what I was mentioning at the beginning to leave until last. Now it's time to create the channel. Yes, your profile picture. We live in a shallow world, unfortunately, where people will look at the avatar icon and be like, oh, I'll follow them. So make sure it's a nice picture, you stand out, because it's tiny on the screen. So people need to know if they first view, you know, from the picture. And then if they click to your channel, there needs to be some sort of banner that is a description of you, so they can get a feel for what you're about. And then the channel name, I'll just keep it simple to be on the safe side, unless you've got a name that you know, that bangs and that is me. For example, Bazinga. Cool. But if you don't, use your rated name. So just before I give you a little parting gift, editing Gabe, yo, what did it do? Did we miss anything out? Yeah, there were a few bits. First of all, Tripod, find a cheap one. The first one I got was probably like £20 from Curry's, because shaky shots, no one wants them. Make sure you get a good microphone, because good audio is everything. I'm still working on soundproofing this room, but I've got a Rode Video Mic Pro. But if you're using a point and shoot like this, you can get like the little dead cat things to sit on there. So when you're out and about, you don't get the from the wind noise. Get naturally lively before you get on camera. The camera will actually reduce your enthusiasm without you knowing it. Make sure your backdrop is tidy. And then the last point, get clued up on storytelling. Storytelling within your videos always helps. Tons of people have done videos. Check them out. Thanks, nice one. And this is an interesting one, because each time you're making a video, each video you make, the better the quality is gonna be, as long as you're striving to make the best video you can with the equipment that you have at that particular point, with the best information you can present in the best way you can. Does that make sense? But in your list, in your book of ideas, write down my very first video reaction. Yeah? Because then in a year's time, you're gonna come back and make that video, and you're going to see the growth that you've made over that time. It keeps you thinking about always trying to be better. That when that video, like Cadet said, when that thing hits and you take off, everyone's gonna look at your catalog of work and be like, that bangs. Everything has so much value, and I can see the growth of this person. I'm down with this. I hope this video was helpful. If you did like it, share it with as many people as possible. Make sure you hit like the video, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.